Hello and welcome to another book review. And I'm going to start this one by saying I apologise now if I get excited or a little bit carried away, because this book is just amazing. So, what am I talking about? I am talking about Storytelling for Magic, Bardic Skills and Ritual Craft for Witches and Pagans by Quin. Just released. Pagan Portals. So we'll start with the bits where I won't get too excited. So it's a Pagan Portals. It's a lovely slim volume. It's about 100 pages, which, as all of them are, is absolutely jam-packed with information. So why? Why have I been so excited about this book? Where do I begin? Is this the start of that? Because I am a book lover. I am a story lover. I think it comes from my childhood, when my mother used to read me stories, used to make stories up for me at bedtime, or if we were in the car. And for me, that was lovely. And fortunately for me, it was something that I then passed on to my two children. Because I read to them, I made stories up for them. They are both, in fact, my daughter is probably even more of a book lover than I. She's probably got an even bigger to-read list piles than I have. But my son is the same. I'm very blessed that, that has been passed on through my family. I just love stories. Stories, whether they are fictional, whether they are people's experiences, whether they are myths, whether they are folk tales, whether they are fairy tales. For me, stories are inspiration. They are very often, the older ones, I feel, have also got that extra added little kernel of information, whether it's to do with protection or safety or learning. And I think that's why this resonated with me, because I believe, this is me, I believe that as human beings, we started storytelling as soon as we started to communicate, because I think the stories that we told each other way back when we made whatever noises we made was a way of sharing our experience, sharing our ideas with each other. And that's what I feel stories are. As I say, whether they are fictional or non-fiction, they all have a resonance somewhere within us. Not every story with every person, obviously. Yeah, that's just not possible because we're all individuals. But this book, I just loved it. You can see that there are numerous. I mean, most of my books, when I come on here, have got numerous little tabs. This one has got numerous tabs, and different colours, because I haven't just read this once. I've read this several times. So I will start at the beginning, which is the best place. And the book is dedicated to Taliesin, to bards, skalds, and storytellers of old, and to Quin's mum, which I think, and to Steve, which I think is lovely. Then she starts off with a little greetings to the storyteller. So she tells you why she's doing this. The next section is the introduction, and there is a lovely little paragraph. See, told you I was going to get overexcited. There is a paragraph, not a chapter, a paragraph, which actually says how Quin would like you to use the book. But she says do it whatever way you like, but she'd actually like you. So this is a workbook designed to be worked through from beginning to end, as later exercises will build on the earlier ones. And that is it. Throughout every single part of this book, there are exercises to do. And as she says, do the exercises. It is very tempting to just read a book cover to cover and not actually put any of the techniques in it into practice. but storytelling is a verb, a doing, not just a knowing. Halo Quin's bardic skills, her storytelling, resonates so strongly throughout this book. It is beautifully written. It is so understandable. It is just an absolute pleasure. I am going to go to each of my little doodies, because if I don't, I'm going to take far too long talking about this book, and obviously you'll get bored. So one of the things that I loved, and this is in the chapter of the Bard's Craft, how to tell a story. And again, KISS, KIS. So I've heard it as keep it simple, sweetheart. But yes, so this chapter has a lot of things to consider in telling, but don't worry. 1, learn the bones of the tale. 2, practice telling it and adding details as seasoning. 3, be with the story as it dances you and the audience. 4, let the conversation and the magic unfold. And then, in short, keep it simple and sublime. So as I said, I'd heard KISS as keep it simple, sweetheart, but keep it simple and sublime. Oh, just, yes. Where's my next one? As I said, I thought I would just... So in the next chapter, which is how to actually use storytelling within ritual. What a beautiful idea. So why use ritual in your magic? Because it builds, it enhances, it builds, it brings your intention into that moment, so that you can then send that energy wherever you want. But what makes a ritual? An intention, a container, connection, inspiration, transformation. So that's and then Halo Quin takes each of those headings and enhances them for you. Her beautifully written. Then the chapter from myth to magic, which is creating a ritual from a story. This is the chapter that I went back to. You can see it's got the little pink one. There's a couple of little pink ones, but this particular chapter has got the pink one. So to begin, what is your intention? Find your intention, then find the story that matches your intention. What resonates? Yeah. Choose a story. What resonates? What do you need? The actual example that Halo Quin uses is the story of Persephone's descent. So if you wanted to do some shadow work, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Where am I going next? I am going to storytelling skills in magic. How to use storytelling in magic. And again, the chapter is broken down into skill 1, different voices. Skill 2, what does that say? Guiding listeners on a journey. And that, I think, is part of the skill of somebody that can do an oral story, because they take you on that journey. Trance induction. It's literally, there's 10 skills for bringing storytelling into your magic. And more will come, she says. She tells you. A chapter on your next steps. There is an appendix on foundational magic skills. So this book isn't just for the experienced. This book is for everyone, whether you're just starting or whether you are experienced. It's fine, because there is a chapter on foundational magic skills for those people who are new to the craft. There's also a short chapter or a short appendix on gods and spirits. The third appendix is the story of Taliesin, because Taliesin does figure a few times in the book. So Halo Quin has actually provided the story. So if you're not aware of Taliesin's story, it is provided in the appendix. Again, for a book like this, and you know me, I usually like really long, detailed references and recommended reading. And I was wondering, because I didn't look, I was very good. I didn't look until I was about halfway through the book, because I thought, exactly what are we going to get for references? Because you could have made a whole nother book with references on storytelling and reading and etc. But Halo Quinn has actually kept it to half a page of extremely good references. I have already deep dived, as you may already know. And then there is a section on Halo and about her storytelling, part of our history, part of our makeup. You know, as I say, from the first time we sat around making noises at each other, right the way through to the travelling minstrels, Chaucer's tales. It's there. It's part of our history. It's part of our makeup. I think it's part of our DNA. For me, it just is. Beautiful book. Really, really enjoyed this. We'll carry on enjoying this. I hope this hasn't been too long. I hope that you have enjoyed it. If you get the book, please come in and comment. There will be a very short blog to go along with this as well, but it will be a short blog because the book says it all, really. And get the book and then let me know what you think of it.